So this is some Noble Sultai and open queue. Baby Lark seems really good for collected company decks, although without black, because I think Unearth is just probably strictly better. So this deck has not been tuned to the current meta, but I still want to give it for a quick little spin. The point of this deck is to speed up traditional green-black decks with Noble Hierarch, and then give them some additional power post-board with cards like Unmoored Ego, Disdainful Stroke, and Counter Squall on the side. Main board, Snapcaster Mage is just like an extra Liliana of the Veil. Turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Goyf, turn 3 Snap Inquisition kind of mirrors Veil a little bit. The same lines with like a turn 1 push, turn 2 Goyf, turn 3 Snap push is very similar to the same open with Liliana the Veil. Much more limited, but mimics that same open. Plus, Snap Trophy is a nice line against a lot of bigger mana decks. Gives us a little bit more outs than traditional green-black X has. Tireless Tracker is an extra threat, and Cletus I think is just generally good in the current meta. Nissa, Steward of the Element, is it gives us another turn 2 Planeswalker. Okay, so we have a turn 1 Thoughtseize. Let's keep this hand. Thoughtseize on the play is very strong. Lead off with Polluted Delta just to confuse my opponent. Oh, we're up against Burn. 8 whack. So, alright, I need to get rid of a Bushwhacker here, right? They're going to go turn 1 Fanatic. Turn 2, yeah, the Bushwhacker is probably the scariest one here. Yeah, Abzan is a little bit better against aggro than Sultai. So let's go Misty. Pass. That's going to get me an Overgrown Tomb. I assume they're actually going to go War Marshal here to slow down a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to push a target when I have the opportunity. Sure. Yep, it has reset a little bit. Okay, War Marshal Mountain. So they're getting ready to have a big turn here. I think I just want to kill a dude. Guess that didn't do much. I should have plussed there. That actually just gave them haste, effectively. Yep, so another Mog Fanatic and the Bushwhacker. Yeah, it actually was worse than nothing. It was worse than nothing. It actually gave them... It really was just a bad line there. So let's... I think Tracker into Noble as a blocker is the only real line for me here. So coming in, and they can ping, so I'm at 5 effectively. If I block here, so I think I do want to plus. There's nothing. This trophy's not actually that great in this particular spot, and I think I'd rather have the edict is basically just as good as a trophy. Their cards are pretty redundant unless they have the protection from blue guy. Hey, Francisco, how's it going? You caught the end of my stream. I streamed 6. If I block with Tracker, Tracker dies to Fnatic unless I block Fnatic, right? And then if I block here, I just take 2, 3, die to Bolt. I think it's fine. It's going pretty well. I played some Amulet Titan, Karn, the White Splash, 3-2 to League. I should have 4-1'd. And then I played a Red Splash, played against Tron. That felt pretty good. Karn is just really, really, really good against Tron. I think I want to get that last card out of their hand. Or actually the last Goblin. I'll block the Bushwhacker, and then I'll be at 3 life with 2 clues in play. Okay. Needle has been very, very good. That was pretty good. Still not attacking. Opponent wants a sandbag for an 8-whacker, and I need as many blockers as I can here. Forgot to plus Lily. I don't know if you can tell, I'm pretty tired. I've been streaming for 3 hours now. I need to go take a lunch break. You did. Needle is overperformed. I think Spyglass is just wrong. Let's crack a clue. Hopefully drawn to another Goy for a Flare here. I think it's wrong just not to attack for 7 here, because now I'm representing lethal next turn. One card that it keeps impressing me, Fran, is Wormcoil. Wormcoil consistently keeps impressing me in Amulet Titan. Even in matchups where I'm siding Karn out, I often feel like siding Wormcoil in is just nice. Yeah, it's also nice just having an extra threat against like blue-white control. All right, am I dead here? I had to pick a spot there. So I'm dead just to a bolt, so I had to kind of push the envelope there with the tracker. Dead to a bolt, dead to a goblin grenade. Like there's so many cards I'm just dead to. Hoping my opponent's just. Yep. Okay. Yep. Let's see what they got here. Okay. So I've been 1 off of lethal there. Okay, still dead to a lightning bolt. Let's see what they top deck. Okay. Despite my horrendous punt with the Edict doing nothing, pulled it out. Sideboard here is Collective Brutality, maybe an Ishkana. Ego, Counter Squall would just probably not hit enough. Our sideboard is not really geared towards aggro. So bad cards. Yeah, blue-green Nissa. This is a deck that was made a while ago to combat Tron when Tron was biggest deck. It was a green-black deck that had a lot of play against Tron because it could turn one Noble, turn two Fulminator or Liliana of the Veil with blue counter magic post board. So cards that just aren't good. Veil's really bad here, which stinks because it's really a huge part of this deck. What this deck is built to do is turn two Liliana of the Veil. If you look at the entire mana base with 4 Blooming Marshes, it's barely blue. It's entirely built around getting a turn 1 green-black land for Noble, so we can go turn 2 double black into Liliana. Yeah, I think this is what we want to be right here. Spooter. Yeah. So for anyone not aware, Fran and I are doing the Modern Streamers League. We're on Team Ice, and it should be a lot of fun. I actually think I want to keep this hand. If I draw a green land, I'm in a pretty good spot. But turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Push, or the vice versa seems pretty good. Okay, drew my green source. Hey, grilled cheese. I think I want to actually lead with the Inquisition here. Okay. I 3-2'd the league. Let me pull up the what it was. I played 10 rack. I lost to 10 rack. I beat Green White Company, beat Storm, beat Dredge, and then I lost to Antoine, the Abzan Taxes player, in 3. I was on a mull to 5. He blew up all my lands. I beat him game 1. He blew up, I kept a slow hand game 2. He blew up all my lands. I couldn't play my primes. And then game 3, I mulled to 5 and didn't accomplish much there. And then I did a open queue with it, which is what I'm doing right now. After I stream a league, I usually do a bunch of open queues, take requests, and play what people ask. And I beat Tron with the red splash instead of the white splash. So I need to get rid of that Bushwhacker. I need to get rid of that Bushwhacker bad. I think it's debatable. I'm going to take 3, so I don't think I actually want to push either. I think next turn I want to go Noble Hierarch push, and then the next turn go Kalitas. So I'll play this and pass. No Eternal Love. But I did play Coco and Sultai for you. Also got in some Abzan Traverse in the red version of Amulet Titan. I still am not sure which version I like more for Amulet, to be honest. The red splash or the white splash. It keeps going back and forth for me. Let's go Noble, Pit, and then I'll push that Legion Loyalist. That seems pretty good. No, the red is definitely not for Blood Moon. So I have a couple different options here. I think Kalitas is by far my best play, though. I don't have Mana Traders, not yet. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna go Card Hoarders soon. Right now, I just have a ton of decks. So I think I'd actually just want to use Skooz Lily. I think I can do both. Lily's really bad here, but if she gets rid of a goblin token that could represent 2 damage, I think that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Although recently at FNM I did have an opponent. I was playing Amulet, and I was at 32 life, thanks to Radiant Fountain, and still died. Still died. Okay. All right, we beat 8 whack, even through my game one misplay. So grilled cheese. This is what I have. I have Abzan Company, a bunch of different variants. I have Abzan Traverse Shadow, Abzan Traverse, Amulet Bloom, a bunch of different Amulet decks. Even tried, I was playing with an Oath of Nissa variant before Karn. Some Lunge, Bant, Eldrazi, Stompy, Grixis Death Shadow, Valakut, Nightfall Karoo, which runs Coco. More Valakut. This is a Naya Splash for Renegade Rally and Bloodbraid Elf. Sultai. A 5-color, I'm calling it Siege of the Rainbow. It runs Siege Rhino, and it's a 5-color deck. It's kind of like a bad version of Humans, where the top end is Bloodbraid Elf and Siege Rhino. It takes advantage of Pillar of the Perunes and a bunch of Mana Dorks to just pump out a full board. The best possible open it has is turn 1 Noble, turn 2 Mantis Rider, turn 3 Bloodbraid Elf into a Mantis Rider. Sultai Reclamation, Sultai Fairies, Temur Moon, Thalia Stompy, Traverse Shadow, Vraska Ballista, Bant Company. I have most of Humans, so I have a wide variety of different decks. And if it's just like I'm not just a card off something, I usually don't have a problem with that. I'm also pretty close to Spirits too. Wait, I like Abzan Traverse Shadow. I really like it because I actually run a Ballista in it, because Ranger of Eos can also pick up Ballista. So what you can do is there was actually a line I played. I think it was like 14 life. I played a Death Shadow. I had a Valraz in play. And then I played it just so it would die. And then I played Walking Ballista, scavenged the Death Shadow onto it, and then pinged my opponent for 14. It was just a fantastic line. I just thought it was really neat. Now this version doesn't run Temur Battle Rage because it's not red, but it does have Rancor, which is a strictly worse version. I like this because it grinds better. I just don't think it's better than the other Shadow variants at the moment. It's better against the other Shadow variants, though. Catch up on chat. Bubble Hulk. It does have Rancor. It doesn't need as much, too, because it has that fallback with the Valraz and Walking Ballista with the 4... sorry, I'm only running 3 Traverse, so the 3 Traverse to fetch up those pieces. But anyways, that is the end of my stream. So thank you all very much for joining. I'll be posting some vids up. I'll post the Amulet one up shortly, too. It was a nice league. Had a lot of good play to it. I believe I made one big mistake against 10 rack. I missequenced. I did the classic, didn't drop a land before I played Azusa, and then Azusa got killed, so I didn't set up to have 6 mana the following turn, which I think cost me that game, but I don't think it ultimately cost me that match. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to grab some lunch. I will see you guys later.